You can throw me blindfolded in a maze, I'll find my way. The maze runner makes thunder under crates of wax. Lame suckers take cover when I quake the map. So face facts, you fake cats lack thoracic vertebrae. I'm taking it back, check the Jurassic words I say. I've been making savage songs since the days of analog. Independent 20 years, you can't make it half as long. So blame it on Santa Claus, you didn't get the gift. You got beef, I'm the chief with serrated cattle prods. Name a song that Haven's on that ain't the bomb and you'll be wrong. Sick of my catalog, go ahead and blame it on your mom. I'm courteous like Curtis Miller, breaking jaws. Twice as sturdy as cylindrical titanium rod. Battle you at a funeral, dropping dope ass bars. Homie Roseanne Barr won't even go that far. Just because you throw rims on an old ass car, that don't mean that you could claim to be a throwback star. Sarah Palin even hates it when I make her pass a law, making smoking weed legal till half of Alaska thaws. Met her at a country club for a game of racquetball. She always stayed in shape, now she trains without a bra. Now that everyone is savage, Haven came to explain. I've been savage since birth, 21 is a fraud. I combine the illest rhyming with the livest psilocybin. Peace to Dr. Rossify, we rock the mic with different timing. Burying vets like military cemeteries. Burning cherries, turn your hardest mercenary to a fairy. You ain't carrying text, you're wearing barrettes. Getting puppeted by execs, you're a marionette. Barely a threat, that's why you're flaring your chest. If I popped a cap gun, it would scare you to death. So spare me your set, the rated ill, all rebels. Hot enough to cause the devil to doubt his heat levels. Funk 10 instrumental, solid savage on the mic. Yo, we're just getting started, how y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight?
All you little birds better lock up tight, 'cause there's a foul owl on the prowl tonight.
Oh man, y'all running out of steam already? That's all y'all got, man? Come on, man.
You changed my life, and you changed my life, and you
changed my life, and I'll pay the price. Old girl's my whole world, jam hated for life. I make the cash, she makes the rice. Chai tea and lime green resonate the pipe. Heaven sent, never bored, I just paint and write. Aiming for the top spot, every day is nice. Never blame the left, never blame the right. Don't be mad, that's a track that I made to fight. Every page is like another frame in sight. Don't ever ask a real artist if he'll change his price. Mona Lisa smoking reefer, that's a lazy life. I'm just blessed that I got to take the stage tonight. Life is about change, I won't say it twice. Funk 10 on the decks, I just came to recite. I'm thankful for my lady, she's amazing, right? You changed my life, I gotta thank you, right? Life is about change, guess I'll say it twice. Funk 10 on the decks, I just came to recite. I'm thankful for my lady, she's amazing, right? You changed my life, I gotta thank you, right?
You changed my life.
Funk 10 down temp, yo. You pussies are not tight, you ain't rapping, you're queefing. I'd be shocked if any song you dropped was actually decent. I heard your latest single, if that was your best hook, I'll make that unimpressed look like I'm Russell Westbrook. You suckers get shook when the wolves start howling. I'd imagine you'll be drowning when the thunder starts pounding. This is full moon, Rubik's Cube, shroom trip music. You make trendy toy box, 8-bit snitch music. Dissing art isn't smart, if you start we'll get stupid. Get doodle dumb retarded like I'm bumping Fizz music. Women love to dip to it, getting drunk and lit to it. Dripping enthused before I touch the tip to it. This is just a quick juke, use nothing but swift movements. Rolling up dope as fuck like I'm Slick Rick Rubin. Hardcore parkour when I flip sick maneuvers to avoid you mindless idiots and Christmas consumers. Eventually you'll get to meet your own tragic end. Trampled on Black Friday, way to plan ahead. You over manicured mannequins will be panicking when disaster strikes. You'll crash rapidly, tragically thin. Don't make me say it again. Your whole squad lacks rhythm, so I dodge your whack asses. Bitch, I'm dog patch dipping. Dog patch dipping. Talk can't sippin', this is grown man business, bitch get back in the kitchen. Dog patch dipping, talk can't sippin', this is grown man business, bitch get back in the kitchen. Dog patch dipping, talk can't sippin', this is grown man business, bitch get back in the kitchen. Funk 10. Keep making indirect threats and your chin will get checked. Literally, not in a lyrical sense. And this isn't a threat, I don't just beat you verbally. Beef with us, you'll be in need of reconstructive surgery. I don't believe these slow MCs really think that they're tough. You'll get hit with 30 knees before you throw a single punch. I read your bluff, it's weak as fuck. You cheesy chumps don't bring the ruck. You cosplay with weird people after meeting for brunch. You dress up like Wonder Woman and you keep your penis tucked between your nuts. You geeky fuck, shop at Vegans or Us. I got no reason to trust you sissies who criticize. Everything I spit is fly, twisting minds and splitting thighs. Billions of mini lives have passed through my foreskin, so I'm back in abortion like I'm Natalie Portman. It isn't a big surprise that kids that lie diss the guy. It's just a way to hide being bitches inside. I used to listen to Tribe Called Quest and flip designs. Anybody wanna test getting fried like chicken thighs? So you can diss if you like, it isn't even hurting me. I'll never cater to these fakes afraid to face their insecurities. Anti-lyrical, cynical, fourth dimensional, spiritual sphere, audiotronic, rotten phonics that got vomits in your ear. The anti-lyrical, cynical, fourth dimensional, spiritual sphere, audiotronic, rotten phonics that got vomits in your ear. The phlegm of the Lord since war to your door, the chorus where I wrote this. On a boat in a sea of the ink that I leaked, deceased MCs don't float. Don't think that you can quote this potent potion's too ferocious. Composed and folded lotus in a dome of chrome locusts. No hocus pocus bogus spells, just potent poems from heaven's bells. Swelling in my melon, fighting hell and staying focused. Fighting hell and staying focused. Yo, when this fusion of illusion put brains into confusion, intrusive musical juices induce neural contusions. It's soothing to this music student to lay the blueprints to the brutal, ruthless, putrid tunes of fluent movement. Mental massages rub at your mind, your thoughts loosen like the jaws of a man who has just been knocked toothless. Undiluted verbal pollution is my solution in the spewing sewage. Ill abusive savage exclusive, designed to bring light from deep inside you. Top-notch thoughts of trip-hop, I will oblige you. Recite news from the roots of where this came from. Flip with new manners, reach your ears over the bass drum. The fresh, automatic, addict inside your attic. Gigantic, verbal mechanic with hands that can shatter granite. Fueling the havoc, I inhabit uncharted planets and bring life to the soil with the scrawls within my tablets. And bring life to the soil with the scrawls within my tablets. Yo, address me as your honor, respect me like your mama. Trendy rappers are on drugs, out here dressing like Madonna, pretending to be on another plane, buying Prada, denying consequences of their endless spending saga, demanding food while not respecting the farmer, or the author of existence, or the methods of karma. Going live, trying to hide, feeling empty inside, collecting friends, trying to buy insignificant lights, buying weapons. Like you're ever gonna use them. You have less survival skills than millennial students. We underdogs, place your bets, staying blessed in the West. We just let the record play to alleviate the stress. Soul salve, that's how to abbreviate the best. Short for solid savage, there's no need to state the rest. On top of the honor roll and didn't even take the test. Don't ever hate on the blessed, brother, just pay your respect to the quest.
All you little birds better lock up tight, 'cause there's a foul owl on the prowl tonight.
FUNK10. Yo. My attention to details, insanely precise. I could paint the Mona Lisa on a single grain of rice. Bake opponents like a pizza, angle and slice. Put them in a box and serve them with a plate and a knife. I'm angle the mic like Lennox Lewis with the right. Immaculately nice, I'm related to Christ. Rolling like a freight train with no brakes in the night. Coming down Pikes Peak, smoking dank in a pipe. My exhaust is lime green like the strains that I like. Fucking out of this world like an alien wife. Making moves like a Canadian that's afraid of the ice. Crafted from the same brain that gave Bengals their stripes. Speak orangutan slang, Albania to Arcadia. Your heart is ladybugs, let's just say I ain't afraid of you. When I mangle cats, I make my dogs raise their fists. Like if DMX made a diss track to Michael Vick. I'm like that kid at your party that came without a gift. Blowing out your candles while your mama takes a pic. A mean prick, rated ill, the team's sick. So run and tell your fam, yo peep this. We're on that daydream tip. So Tell your fan peep this.
Hold yo.
Now I'm in the 505 off the I-25, stranded in the canyon with the Navajo tribe. Now they're passing me a pipe with peyote inside. I'm chilling in the teepee made of buffalo hide, just passing the time, and then one of their babies cried. The sound echoed in my mind, my eyes dilated wide, trying to find a way that I could ask him if they'd mind if I stepped outside to admire the night sky. Now I know I was high, but there was a light in the sky that hit me straight in the chest. I was instantly paralyzed. In 30 years of life I had never been scared to die, but at that moment in time I was completely terrified. I woke up with no shoes in a room full of fumes, surrounded by aliens holding futuristic tools. You think you'd be amused, but I was scared and confused. One had a praying mantis face and his head and eyes were huge, but never mind the eyes, I was covered with slime and ooze, unable to make a move to fight what they're trying to do. They took a vial of my blood and moved me to another room filled with hybrid humanoids suspended in cryotubes. Two men in shiny suits viewed a holographic cube showing visions of the future year of 2092. They opened up my stomach with autobionic lasers, and next thing I knew, I woke up like a week later, back in the canyon, stranded and famished. I walked a couple of miles until I seen a cattle ranch. That's when I noticed a detective at the entrance of the terrace, guns out yelling free, so I surrendered to the sheriffs, unaware if they were there investigating my offenses or mysterious disappearances from local residents. I don't know if they would listen if I told them where I had been. They'd probably label me delirious for sharing my experience. The truth is stranger than fiction, but most people hate to listen, so I'll take it to my grave in New Mexico State Prison. The truth is stranger than fiction, but most people hate to listen, so I'll take it to my grave in New Mexico State Prison.
Yeah, that story is wild, man. I got a story like that of my own too. This is how mine started. I heard too many whispers. My head was filled with elixirs. I couldn't sleep. I stepped outside in my slippers, saw light so bright in the night sky, the heat from it was causing blisters. Ominous was the presence in another dimension of existence. I smelled a stale stench, saw a pale figure with pincers. I couldn't move an inch. He administered medicinal tinctures, hooked up wires to my fingers. They felt like fire ants with their stingers. He took out pliers, pulled my tooth, and made a tracking device to insert. I've been alert for the whole time this whole thing was unfolding. They were scrolling through my consciousness, my memories downloading on space technology, analyzing my psychology and physiology. I was fearful they were cloning. I was floating in suspended animation chambers glowing, zoning in and out of the thoughts they were controlling, withholding oxygen. I breathed through space tubes in an elastic cocoon inside of a gray room, perspiring gray plumes of toxic waste ooze. They flooded my brain with beats and tape loops, then forced me to train. I maimed their space troops who regenerated cells quickly with strange juice. The whole time they were laughing, I was aware time was passing, but grasping reality was an impossible task. My whole consciousness seemed to wobble and lapse with distorted perceptions and audible slack. At last, I awoke, gasping for air at the stroke of midnight. In my lawn chair, I looked around scared. There was no one else there, but when I looked at the sky, I saw the lights disappear. I looked around scared, but there was no one else there. When I looked in the sky, I saw the lights disappear.
Murder this shit and get out of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Get in and freak.
Without a rival, without a label, everyday fighting for survival, sharp until it cut is fatal. Sights on the title, no dinner on the table, so you're idle, dead on arrival for these babies in the cradle. Let my writing ripple like a droplet in water, resonates throughout the top, they feel the slaughter waves for days. Relative and relentless, swollen till it tenses will develop in a sentence under pressure. I suggest you take a breath, stacking patterns of making message. You just make a mess, have them transcribe what's in your own heart, vacant quest. Convinced it's all about a dollar, out here chasing checks. While all these top 10 lists track who fakes the best. Say it in the scope of my notepad and get laid to rest. Worship whatever sacred text like you're safe from threat. Then watch your maker laugh while I break your neck. Praying for your life, they're entertained by your death. You're praying every way I can test. Loungecore, ill-rated, skills they still hating until we kill, revealing which one's your real favorite. The pill, tame it, grill, just chill, save it. The thrill will spill pants for real. I'm still dangerous to frame it, I'm not brainless, timeless, rhyming about the aimless anguish. This is the one signing out and I'm out.
Murder this shit and get out of that shit.
Back. Yo. This is Smash the Beat Theater. Welcome to the dungeon. My house has been becoming astral chambers of combustion. Acid rain your function, precipitation guarantee. It's like you're jealous of Elvis the way you're hating on the king. They want me in quarantine cause they know the raps are ill. They wanna stop the kid from growing like the morning after pill. You'll get fried like a churro for moving sloppy, bro. You're like a one-legged sumo, muy despacio. You putos are too slow when you know it's the truth. You'll get cooked like menudo en uno segundo. This dick is too huge, it's ripping your bitch's culo. So move or get bulldozed. Cuando empujo, put you to bed like Sudafed. Shot direct to your noodle, leaving you roto en el barrio desnudo. Drinking mad beer, smoking weed till I choke.
Let me clear my throat!
Excuse me. That's better. Yo. I wanna thank all of you for rocking with me. I wanna thank FUNK10 for dropping these hot beats. I wanna thank my girl for making me tea. I wanna thank my mom and dad for not leaving me on the sheets. I wanna thank God for blessing the Chief. This is for the sleepwalkers. Don't quit your daydream. Don't quit your daydream. Don't quit your daydream. Don't quit your daydream. Hashtag loungecore. Baby. Yo. The squad is deep, gotta eat, surrounded by lots of sheep. So we watch them when they meet the officers in the streets. We blend with the filigree, twisting the angle, spilling ill artillery through auxiliary cables. A savage on the pier, launching spears through your navel. Authentic since conception, rated ill since the cradle. Don't ask the rocketeer if the G-force is fatal, or you'll be torched from every angle like rotisserie tables. I'll take you on a trip with more twists than tornadoes. Your brain will flip like atheists in the midst of an angel. I go in like nitroglycerin, straight to the main vein. Off the chain like Houdini, escape from the chain gang. Your beats are all the same, all your songs lack rhythm. It's like a test from the emergency broadcast system. Bring your squad, I'll eat your dogs like a Chinese barbecue and make you sit and beg right before I slaughter you. And that's just what I gotta do to keep these haters in line. Peace to Dent and Fumes and everyone who came out tonight. Rated ill since 85, stay alive through the sound. Rest in peace to the Bee Gees, soon we'll all be underground. Raw beats, bleeps and whooshes, it's all heat. Brought to you courtesy of Josh the Sound King. So get around to drinks, pound of weed and pound the streets. Yo, we're just getting started. Who's ready for round 3? 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 Can you step on the ground beneath? Yo. Steady about to be incredibly cloudy. Everything echoing around me. Heckling the crowd pleaser. Now you know that's technically a foul beat. You're addicted, checking for it hourly. And how I see the world certain, no doubt to me. Circumvented, prevented from getting out too clean. Urgence in it, the delicate act of balancing. Heard they sent him to hell and back when he found the dream. Learned to live with it, he fell and landed down the stream. Hefty is the crown indeed, and that which you count as king. Collecting every ounce of strength to be the next tree with 1,000 rings. The check was signed but the amount was blank. And it isn't all about your rank, no way. Okay, I'm sitting down to think. And you know I skated a few times around the rink. Related with you guys, man, is how I think. But you might miss it if right now you blink. Plow the field is my route of rings. Envelop to the wood as well as the internet of things. Envelop getting pushed against the limits that are placed. Came to melt the levels, put a grin upon your face. Spent all of your days up in a daze, presented with a chase, interlaced within a razor thin display. Flat earth, dude, there is no outer space. Just listen to that shit that me and Haven spit today.
I can see it through the window pane. They knock gravity, but it gets backed up when there is no drain. Then again, a fat flood would for sure explain the presence of this dense clay that gets in your way. So blaze it to get blazed in a mental state of a video game, and the imprint name an inimitable trace with the minimal erased and a real symbol of the stakes. You know we can't deal with the fakes. Need a little give, a little take. Beaten with rhythm of the bass, some see chemicals spiritually defaced. Responsible for reality we create. If a part don't work, then it will be replaced. Reduce, reuse, recycle, don't waste. For pileable tapes, digging for cold breaks. Wind blew the snow across the roadways. A thimbleful, but oh my gosh, it's so dank. Stoned age, you know I got prehensile tools. And though I rock it a cappella, instrumentals cool. I know I don't got to tell you what bells and whistles do. They had their credentials and felt official too, but somehow they were dunces, couldn't spell impending doom. Oh well, now look at the punch list. Had to go on more than hunches. Natural granola crunches, that'll come off real obnoxious. Still caught in pill boxes, fritted up now ill. Locksmith, aerobic energy kill toxins. Had it up to the gills flopping. Approach it with sheer caution. At this point nobody will stop them. Getting coin while you sharecropping has been a dream of Americans often. Carry it all in, barriers falling. Look at those worms, barely still crawling. So many blossoms buried in pollen, and they're playing possum. Compare me to raw shit. Don't care if it's shiny, don't care if it's polished. You wanna go farther, you're gonna need knowledge. Knowledge. In Denmark, something is rotten as you step through the mud in galoshes. Attempt to view molecular through binoculars. Famous last words, watch this. So why you acting so awkward? Most rappers are bad imposters as they claw for shrimp like a little red lobster. Sea monster in comparison, it's apparent they're in deep water as they batten down the hatch on the barracks end of the shell, retreat farther. Something's different here. Did you give it a remodel? Really isn't a plot though. We just did it how we got to. Domo arigato, logos, and pathos. No idols, no mottos. Tomato, polo t-shirts and soft shoes. Loco amigos y vatos. Coco vermiculite potful. Localized it and I got you. And it might shock you to know that it's energized. Current research concurs that it is a science. Walk through my laboratory, it's surely Vicky size. If you look, you can see so many stories in these eyes. And it's hard seeing the righteous being penalized, but I still believe a time arrives when justice rises. Much surprises, but such this life is. Intricate brush strokes on the pad when I cut the slices. And the costumes that people wear are just disguises. If the price is right, there's someone to buy it. Storm incoming, thunder and lightning. In spite of plagiarists, there's nothing like we. Art quest as the fabric rips on your armrest. Unravel the threaded yarn on your vest. Come saddle up, headed out west. They'll never understand how we're blessed.
Now you see that evil will always triumph, because good is dumb.
Haha, surely you jest with the mess you presented to me. Flex of the century, extra dimensions in key. Set it up so simply, I love when it gets that pretty green. Dripping with crystals, you know what I mean?
I flip in the trees with a spliff in between my lips till they blister and bleed. This beat is so hard that the seats in your car come apart and split and rip at the seams. Flip in the trees with a spliff in between my lips till they blister and bleed. This beat is so hard that the seats in your car come apart and split and rip at the seams. Flip in the trees with a spliff in between my lips till they blister and bleed. This beat is so hard that the seats in your car come apart and split and rip at the seams. Flip in the trees with a spliff in between my lips till they blister and bleed. This beat is so hard that the seats in your car come apart and split and rip at the seams. If you need the proof that I teach the youth to seek the truth, bitch, we don't need no nukes to blow the spot. Even if your flow is hot, it won't matter to the savage if your show is not. Because I know these streets, I know these blocks, and I roll in peace, you just roll with cops. Major difference, this is home to lots to different races and cultures, so slow your roll and stop discriminating, instigating, insinuating hate. When the real enemy is the federal bank, then what you placing the blame on the latest candidate? Chasing a dream made to benefit the state, getting loyal tattooed don't make you loyal. Getting royal tattooed don't make you royal. You could claim all these things while you're doing your promo, but you got squares in your circle just like the Uber logo. You move in slow-mo like a sumo sipping lean. You snitches ain't vicious, kid, you need to switch your steed. My shit is clean like Listerine, we're more bling than Mr. T. This the king get knocked out, now you're living the dream. So go to sleep and don't beef, or get hit with kicks and knees, and be forced to get a grill when you wake up missing teeth. Solid savage on the mic, FUNK10, mix the beats, lounge core, round 4, someone give me a drink. I flip in the trees with a spliff in between my lips till they blister and bleed. This beat is so hard that the seats in your car come apart and split and rip at the seams. Flip in the trees with a spliff in between my lips till they blister and bleed. This beat is so hard that the seats in your car come apart and split and rip at the seams.
Now you see that evil will always triumph, because good is dumb.
My microphone's a hellish psychedelic type of relic that demands all my attention, and that's why my wife is jealous. I'm the type that likes a challenge, so I fight to find a balance, killing time, building shrines in this psilocybin palace. Hiatus. Higher than skyscrapers, higher than Christ's neighbors, huffing divine vapors. My shrine supplies 9 acres of lime strains for elevating minds, celebrating crime capers. Pass the mic, I like haters, son, I'll fight anybody. You got a shank, that's great. I'm a master knife taker, lace the decibels with chemicals, so centrifuge the ooze. Whoever boos with Haven grooves better stay out of view. After 11 shrooms, my art begins to move, and I melt into the liquid burning in your dirty spoon, injected straight into your veins. Soon the pain will be removed. It's ironic how good it feels to be getting abused in front of reverends. My reverence for penmanship is levered to blend letters better than typography professors. My 12 disciples died, now I'm left with 7 beggars, 5 bodies in the trunk. Punk, nobody reps better. I'm that bad bony homie who always has a bat on me, with more spikes on the bat than a porcupine's back. When I die, I'll come back in the form of a dog, pissing on your gravestone right in front of your mom. I got an itch to misbehave, I don't fuck with the law. Democrats or Republicans, both parties are frauds. Now I'm chilling on your couch with my hand under your bra, wearing a beanie and a sweater, mad that summer is gone. So it's no wonder I go dumber than a kindergarten fail. Spit retarded, get your squadron and I'll squash them like snails. I need to wash my nails, they're covered in spray paint. Going full retard, let's be honest, you ain't. Funk motherfucking 10, cook this funky ass beat, so fresh that it'll be the first song that ever repeats on hiphopphilosophy.com. I spit hot off the top of the brain and go raw dog. R-A-W like late 80s Kane. Scar fake fuckers who've hated on Haven's reign. A cut above you suckers like a razor with wings. We're head and shoulders over haters cause they stay on their knees, claiming that we're enemies, but I can't name you fake MCs. I bet you love veggie burgers, that's imaginary beef. The heartbeat of the city is alive in these drums. You want beef, then come and get me, we can fight in the slums. I'm a survivalist, scribing tribal script on the wall. You're soft as vagina lips and I don't think you wanna brawl. You need to watch what's coming out that hole that's in between your jaws. Pop 'em, drop 'em, then I'm gone and I don't need to see 'em fall. My style is gooey, oozing groovy movies for the blind. Close your eyes to envision El Kakuli, for lack of a better term. You herbs are hella douchey, out in public selling rubbish, bootlegging and schmoozing. I'll give these 2 pennies, there are plenty of hustles. Besides forcing strangers to pity your struggle, you catch a right to the jaw and a bat to the body, like Donald Trump pinatas at a Mexican party. Getting nervous, now you serve yourself extra Bacardi. The liquid courage is working and now you're flexing and barking, texting and stalking your ex cause she wants me, but it ain't my fault. Your misdirection is faulty. She fiends for meat missile, let me keep this extra blunt. I keep it funky in the cut like a yeast infected cunt. Chin checking chumps, chiefing like Cheech and Chong, doing charity for children. Cha-ching, the chief is gone. My microphone's a hellish psychedelic type of relic that demands all my attention, and that's why my wife is jealous. I'm the type that likes a challenge, so I fight to find